Hello everybody and a very warm welcome back to the channel once again. I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. You join me here in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 today as we plan to take a look at MK Studios' brand new Rome scenery for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 and 2024, the version 2 of that scenery, which will be coming on the 8th of January. So a week today. Thank you very much, MK Studios, for sending it out to me to showcase to you all early. Much appreciated. And as you can see, GSX doesn't like me. It is quite annoying. But yeah, we are here on the ground in Dubrovnik, and we're going to be going over to Rome Fiumicino today. And we're in this lovely Ryanair 737 livery. We are in the PMDG 737 today. So without further ado, let's jump into it. To the overhead panel then, and we're going to go ahead and get our battery on, followed by our ground power, just like so. Taking a look upstairs then, we can go ahead and get our IRS systems both to the nav position. There we go. Continuing our flows then, DC source over to back bus, ground power. For the other one, emergency exit lights on, chime only, seatbelt signs, and the window heats as well can go on. Logo light, and we can set our cruising altitude today, which is going to be flight level 340. Oh, 340, that's set, just like so. Brilliant. Okay, well, that is the majority of the overhead panel all sorted for now. We'll give GSX another go. Try and restart it one more time, but we may have to go without for the day. It gets to search all the add-on packages and things. It just doesn't load, so I haven't updated it in a while, so maybe that has something to do with that. Cool. Well, let's go ahead and go over to the EFB then, and we've already got our sim brief data. So downstairs we'll go FMC, POS in it, and we are on the ground in Dubrovnik.
Runway awareness. Okay. Feet.
And we can grab our GPS position, set that in there. Over to the route page then, we can set our origin and our destination. That can go in there just like so, and we'll do our flight plan request. Request from SimBrief, set our payload, fuel, and select the route. Our uplink's ready, so let's go ahead and quickly load that. And just wait for that to do its thing. So, have you flown the PMDG 737 yet in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024? If so, what do you think? So far, I've done 2 flights. This is my 3rd, and I'm pretty impressed with it, to be honest. I think it's definitely quite a good upgrade. Definitely, there are bits that can be improved on, but I think there are things that can be improved on for every aircraft, really. Okay, departures. We're going to be on runway 11 today, and we're on the 𝗲𝗚 1 Whiskey departure. We can execute that. Back to the index, into our arrivals. We're going to be going to be landing on the ILS runway 16 left. I'll quickly pull up the chart. So, I actually have cancelled my Navigraph in favour of the built-in charts because they're free, and then I just paid the £30 a year for the nav data. So yeah, free charts and the Navigraph nav data. So yeah. So, our arrival, we're on the ILS Whiskey 16 left. That's all set up, ready to go. I'm assuming we're coming in from this way or that way, and hide that for now. The ILS whiskey, ILS whiskey, runway 16 left. There we go. And we're on the 𝗦𝗃𝗶𝗶𝗵𝗀 3 Alpha arrival, and of course, then let's see if we've got any of the other bits and bobs ready to go, like our transition. We'll quickly check the plan. We execute that. Go back here. Okay, yeah, so we need to set in a transition. Set that, and then that transition there. There we go. Brilliant. Our flight plan is all sorted. While we're at it, we might as well just start up our APU while we continue plugging a couple more bits in down here. Let's go to our init ref page then, and we can open up our brief flight plan. There it is. We are the Ryanair 7 Mike Yankee fuel. So we can actually pop our cruising altitude in. If it's on that page, I don't even think it is. But our cruising altitude is flight level 340. And set that. Our cost index 58. Reserve fuel. I don't actually think we have any reserve fuel. Extra 0. So no reserve fuel, and we can just grab our 0 fuel weight. Cool. That's all set up. Then the box, other than our takeoff performance, which we can go ahead and do now. So runway 11, import from the aircraft, import the weather, and click calculate. Go ahead and grab the METAR as well for the Dubrovnik. And we'll wait for that to come through. Let's go over to APU power. We can get a forward fuel pump on just to get that fuel moving and grooving. Here's the METAR, the wind 090 degrees, 7 knots, so runway 11 is the way to go. QNH 1020. Temperature 4 degrees with dew point of -2. What we can do is just make sure we've got live weather on, which we do. I did bring the time back, so I don't really fancy flying in the night. Cool, okay. Performance data. Calculate that, and is it possible to? It is. So init ref N1 limit. We are going to be doing takeoff 1D rate, cell temp 42. Over to takeoff flaps 5. Can set our CG in there for our trim, and the speeds 145. 145 and 148. And then in here we can set 151. Nope. Runway heading, let's quickly grab that. Our runway heading is 114 degrees. So we can set that in here. 114, and we'll set it on these on the course as well in case we have to come back to the field. 114, 114. Brilliant. And let's set our cruising altitude then. Flight level 340. There we go. 340. Flight directors on both sides. LNAV and VNAV. And come on, we can get our tablet back here. Lovely. Brilliant. AP bleed goes on. Packs to auto. And our hydraulics can come on. Now, GS6 is still dead. Yep. Come down here. FS actions. Push back. We'll do a standard L. Nose to our... Double check. I think it is nose right. Yep, nose right, tail left, 90 degrees. And let's... Chocks removed. Select the tug. And click start. Doesn't seem to be doing anything. Ground services. CPU cart. Everything's gone, right? Just clear GS6, get that out of there. Cool. Push back. Standard L. Nose right. 90 degrees. Set on. Oh, go away. Come on, there we go. Start. See if we remove the brakes, see what happens. This doesn't. Okay, well, that obviously doesn't want to work, so we can go ahead and disable that then. And from just looking outside, we should be able just to swing around. So I'll start the engines. We can get our fuel pumps on, packs off, isolation valve, auto, anti-collision light on. Try it now the beacon's on. I know for a fact this used to work. Okay, oh well, I'm not going to keep trying, because there's no point. Let's go upstairs then. We'll start engine number 1 to begin with. We'll introduce the fuel now. I'll be quiet, enjoy the startup. I find that the sounds on the 737 are kind of anticlimactic, to be honest. And the first time I started it, I thought there was going to be, you know, proper bassy and things, considering it's Echo 19 who have developed this sound. And I think, in general, all the sounds are good apart from the startup one, but that's just me. Oh, I needed to quickly adjust a setting. In the yoke. PCA yoke. Search for gear. Gear up. This one, that off. Perfect. So now, if the gear's up, I can go to the lock position and then I can bring it down. Perfect. Right, we've got two good engine starts. We can go over to Gen 1, Gen 2. APU bleed off. Packs can go auto. And APU can come off there as well. Engine start switches over to continuous. Pro Peats go on. Your damper on as well. Pop that over to Gen 1. Flaps. Oh, that's trim. Flaps 5 and our flight control check. All left. Is something not on? Those control surfaces are definitely not moving. But the stick is. Okay, whatever. we'll roll with it. We also need to set our trim, which is trim. Not in that one. Not in that one. In this one. 5.09. There we go. Auto brake RTO. We can get our taxi light on, making sure we've not missed anything. All the hydraulics are on. Everything that needs to be on is on, so fine. Park brakes released. We'll spool up the engines and then we'll just move to the right. Why are we moving so slow? Don't mind us. And off. Here we go. My charts. I need to bring them up. Drag them across. There we go. Okay, dear me. We're getting somewhere finally. Oh. Here we go. Right, continue straight ahead then. We're on Whiskey. We're going all the way up to the end until Alpha. And then we'll blast out of here and get going off to Rome. Looked like it was quite a nice day here in Dubrovnik. A bit chilly, but nice nonetheless. And it's just right up here, and then we're ready to take off and blast out of Dubrovnik today. What we'll do is we'll quickly set 2000 and turn that to TA-RA, otherwise I'll forget. And the landing lights, all of the lights can go on. Our auto throttle arms. Oh, I need to turn a bit faster.
Approaching 1-1.
Approaching runway 11. Look at that. Right, we'll turn and burn.
On runway 11.
Take off.
Airspeed 5.
Jets.
80 knots.
Cross check, nose pressure neutral.
V1. Rotate.
Rotate.
Positive rate of climb.
Gear up. Lovely stuff. Autopilot, command A is on, and here we go. Off to Rome we are. Auto braking come off. We'll set flaps 1. And flaps 0. Landing gear can come off. And let's get our nose lights and the wing light off. Lovely stuff, look at that. Beautiful departure out of Dubrovnik. There's the airfield just down there. And we can pop some music on as well. Those sounds back down a little bit. Stunning departure out of Rome Fiumicino. No, we're not. Beautiful departure out of Dubrovnik, not Rome Fiumicino. That's where we're going. Lovely. Gorgeous departure there. And away we go to Dubrovnik. I don't know why our speed isn't increasing. Oh well. 10,000 feet. Landing lights can come off then. And our engine's back to normal, or off. Super side. And standard pressure is set. There we go, speed 250 knots, now we're above 10,000. Well, I'd imagine we could even go faster than that, to be honest. Gorgeous. Alright, shall we play some games? Get word salad. We'll get connection. Get Wordle. What else was there? Global capital. And regular. Let's bring this up, Feeble. Okay. Let's play some global. Our first guess, I'm gonna guess Lithuania first. Oh, close. Romania? That closer? Okay, Lithuania was closer. Estonia. Finland? What's that country there? Russia? Russia is cooler. Finland is warmer. Okay, Norway. Sweden. Denmark. Denmark is, what's the warmest? Norway. What country is just down there? Oh, what country is that? Germany? Germany is closer. Switzerland. Switzerland's cooler. Poland? Poland also cooler. Belgium? Belgium's warmer. Netherlands. Netherlands is cooler. So Belgium, okay, France. Hey, there we go. The UK. Now we'll do global capitals, so wait for it to load. We'll go London first, and we'll go Copenhagen. Copenhagen's cooler. Madrid. Okay, 7,000 kilometers away. I want that in miles. Let's go Washington. Washington DC is warmer. Mexico City? Cooler, okay. Ottawa, also cooler. Oh no, what's the capital of Jamaica? I don't know. We'll come back to that one. Wordle. Okay, we're travelling on one of them. We'll do a plane. And do a lager. So the L, so it could end like LE. Table. Stable, no, fable. Not a word. Fable. Fable. Mabel. There are so many it could be. Fable. Hey, we got it. Got it on our last guess. Oof. Right, we'll do the connections. I actually find this one hard. Okay. To spell. To peel. To buff. To shell. And to 108. To peel, to shell, to shuck, to skin. Okay. To hound. No. Hound, curse. Rat? No. We've only got one mistake. We're not doing very well. Head, fingers, the fly. I don't know. Fingers, head, Scotch and charm. I don't know. Oh. Okay, I see now. This year I will work more. I will I will cook more. I can't believe it's not work. I feel like work would be one. Talk. Dart. No hints left. Oh, to work out more. Oh, to I have no clue. Travel. Read. Don't know. Sleep. Sleep more and I have no clue. Save more. That was hard. I'm not very good at those, to be honest. Okay. We're continuing to climb. Top of climb is when? 27 nautical miles away. It's not too far away until our top of climb, and then this flight is not that long actually. I think it's only like 50 minutes. Not too far from our top of descent, from our top climb to our top of descent. Once again, I would like to thank MK Studios for sending me their Rome version 2 scenery early to showcase on the channel. If you're interested in checking out some of MK Studios' work, then be sure to click the link in the pinned chat message. And if you use discount code AF-8838 at checkout on Contrail, you'll be able to get 10% off your entire order. Some of my favourites of MK Studios are their LaGuardia airport. I really like their LaGuardia. Their Dublin as well is one that I really enjoy flying in and out of, and Zurich as well, and Helsinki, and Dusseldorf. Just so many good MK Studios airports. I don't think you'll go wrong with any of them. Approaching top of climb then. And then we will shortly need to plug in some our performance data for arrival. I'm really annoyed that GSX has decided to stop working. It's frustrating. In terms of stands, well, we'll look at it all in a bit more detail later, but we're going to be parking kind of in the middle of nowhere. Although actually, if we're on runway 16 left, it's the complete other end of the airport. So yeah, it's a long way to go. We are landing 16 left, aren't we? Yep. Brilliant. Okay, here we are at our cruising altitude then. Alright, it's just not too far. We can plug in some performance. Well, not performance, our arrival details. So what we'll actually do, we'll just leave with that wing view and we can pull up the charts. Okay. Whenever I think I need a new mouse because my mouse doesn't like dragging anymore. Okay. Wait, let me full screen it. There we go. Right. Now that's a bit small. Okay. Well, finally. Okay, so this is the field. We're landing runway 16 left, so we can try and vacate via Delta Golf or Delta Hotel, then down Delta. Literally take Delta all the way across to Hotel, up Hotel, and then down on Alpha into this little area here, which is down here where we'll be parking 834, 835-ish. RNAV stars. We're on the Mopu 3 Alpha, so Mopu, cross, and then in, I think. We'll see. But in terms of our actual approach chart, we're coming in from 𝗂𝐴𝐚𝐧𝐬𝐴 at 4,000 feet, then joining the localizer at 2,500, and then descending with the 3-degree glide path. Airport elevation is 14 degrees, 3-degree localizer as I said, and the frequency 108.1. Couple of higher mountains around here, bit of terrain, but nothing we can't handle. Minimums 290 for our arrival into 16 left, and yeah, pretty much everything in terms of that. So if we come to our panel here, we'll just set our course of 159. Pop that into both sides. And in the event of our go around, it's climb heading 159 as well at a max speed of 200 knots. So we'll pop 159 in here. Frequency wise, as I said, 108.1. 108.1, and make sure they're both on the primary. There we go. Minimums wise, as I said, 290. You can go ahead and set that in. Oh, bit far. 290, there we go. And that is everything set. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just plug 2,500 feet in here. Just so it's ready. And then I'm going to grab a quick drink of water. Because I'm very thirsty. I've had no water today almost. Just so at least we're descending. There we go. Enjoy the tunes and the views. I'll be back with you all momentarily. Alright then everyone, I'm back in the flight deck. Sorry about that quick little break there. We're not at top descent yet. So I guess we're just entering Italy here from the east going west, and then we fly up and in. Quite a lovely view from up here actually. Unfortunately I don't have my auto FPS working, it's got some sort of issue, so the terrain looks a bit, doesn't look quite as good as usual from up here, but it will do. Usually it's up at 300 up here, but it's at 100, so not too ideal, but it is what it is. We might as well set auto brake 2, just so it's done. There's top of descent. You can hear the engine spooling down, and you can visibly see the aircraft pitching down to meet the VNAV profile, which we're slightly above, which is better than being below. Let's go ahead and open Sky Dolly. Okay. What we'll do is we'll grab the meta as well for Rome 𝗏𝗏. And quickly pop that in, grab that. It's all in, which is good. Cool. Meta, winds 130 degrees at 13 knots, and 10 mile visibility, rain, light rain, few clouds 2000, scattered clouds 5000, temperature 10 with a dew point of 3, and a QNH 1016 hectopascals. Set 1016 there just so it's ready, and cool. Gentle wind, well, not too gentle, 13 knots, could be worse. A bit of light rain as well isn't going to hurt anyone. So, yep, all good. I think the problem with GSX is that I haven't updated it in a while. So, I think that may be why it isn't working. Well, that's my guess anyway. Alright, descending away nicely. One cool feature that I like with the PMDG is a couple of their Easter eggs that they have. So, you know, like the cookies falling out, which I think is quite funny, among other things as well. I think PMDG do a really good job with the details that no one really cares about. But then when it comes down to some other details like cockpit textures and things, they definitely could be improved. Cool. We're coming along nicely. What I'm going to do actually is just get that seatbelt sign on early. We can get our other lights on, runway turn-offs, taxi lights, engines over to continuous wing lights as well. And we can continue our descent down to Rome. Looks like we need to get some more music on. I think we finished a playlist there. It's such a slow descent rate coming in here, actually. But, you know, take it nice and slow, do what it is asking us to do. And just enjoy the views on the way down. Passing 14,000. Here we go. We're getting ready to arrive into Rome. And we'll just move that auto brake to auto brake 1 actually. I love this point in the flight when you're sort of just above the clouds and just going through them, cloud surfing. I think that's one of my favourite parts of being in the air, the cloud surfing. Especially at this altitude, we're sort of leveled off or descending very slowly, so we're just on that cloud layer. And Ed will be starting a right-hand turn in just a moment. There's the city of Rome down there. I think Rome has got some quite good photogrammetry, so I'm looking forward to that. Here's that right turn. So we continue just to surf the clouds. City of Rome down there. I don't get why the arrivals are so long here. I really want to just cut that corner off, but I don't want to be crazy high up in the and crazy off profile, because we, in theory, should be at 2,500 feet by the first waypoint. The first waypoint on the approach. What is up with that display? Okay. Okay, here we are, continuing our descent then into Rome V2. I'm looking forward to getting down on the ground here to showcase this fantastic airport to you all. It's one that I do quite like. From the few bits that I've looked around it, does look very, very nice. And we'll start up Sky Dolly in a few moments. Get that music turned down. Those sim sounds up for you all to enjoy as we continue our approach on him. Just going through that cloud base now. We're starting to anyway. Let's see if we go legs. Nah, not that one. 448. How far off profile do you think that would put us? I don't want to risk it. Lovely stuff. Right, let's start the replay recording on Sky Dolly. There we go. And if we go down into here, we're landing what runway? 16 left. Runway 16 left. Go dash 5 miles, 10 miles. Just so we got a couple of fixed rings for us to visualise the approach. So we got plenty of time before we even need to think about configuring the aircraft for landing. Nate, hello, welcome aboard. Nice to see you. Happy New Year to you as well. Thanks for stopping by. So here's some of that thick cloud I was talking about that was visible on the METAR. Very thick. And then once we get down and around, we should start seeing some rain. In that case, we may actually just bump the auto brake up to 2. Just to be on the safe side. Okay, we'll go ahead and set flaps 1 just to get ourselves sorted. And we'll leave our speed at 200 odd knots, I think. We'll go 210. Just to get that extra lift. Go approach, we'll have that just armed ready to go. And now I think we can go direct. There we go. Now we're above the profile. That's annoying. We go ahead and do alt hold just for the minute. Hold, yeah. And we'll set our standard pressure, QNH 1016 as mentioned earlier. And we'll keep the VNAV path in now, I guess. 𝗬𝗲𝗂𝗃, hello, welcome in. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. If I'm not, please do correct me. Oh, says drag required. No, should be fine. Check both alt and passing alt. So we should be at 4,000 by 𝗂𝐴𝐚, I believe, if I'm correct. And we're at about 5,900. Okay. That should work out all right then. Here's some of that rain. And let's go ahead and pause the music there for today. Brilliant. Okay. Everything upstairs is all ready to go. All we need to do is just wait until we get on the approach. We can start deploying some more flaps and slats. Otherwise, we're all good to go. Is the weather radar not implemented? I'm not sure. Actually, I think it might be. Do I know how to operate it? No. Weather radar test. That button do. Weather radar, traffic. On the map. Ah, WX plus T. There we go. Push that in. Why is it still testing? Maybe it doesn't work. I thought it did. Can that test please go away? I think I've broken it now. Okay, 4,000. Here we are for 𝗂𝐴𝐚. I feel like we're really low considering we've still got 20 miles. Usually I'm in the A320 𝗂𝐴𝐚𝐳𝐸, so one click of a button and it's all sorted. Not this thing, which I think I've broken. Okay, we're finally getting somewhere. Down to 3,000 we go, and then 2,500 feet once we jump onto the localizer. Again, a bit more of that rain. Do the wipers actually... It does. Unless it's just stopped raining, but I think the wipers actually do help. That's quite good if that's the case. So I know it didn't used to. Yeah. Yeah, this weather radar thing is quite different to what I'm used to. Auto. Oh no, we probably want that in. Well, it's still testing, I guess.
2,500.
What's that noise? Oh, is that... You know what? This sound was here the other day, actually. I don't really know what it is. Okay, we'll set our next set of flaps. Flaps 2, speeds checked. Flaps 2. Why is my course reset? Okay, well, it's captured the localizer. Or not. Oh, really? Okay. Flaps 1 to flaps 5. Thanks for letting me know. I think I've just broken the plane even more, to be honest. Yeah, it's salvageable. Which runway are we on? Oh no, that's not the runway. Oh dear, I'm a bit lost. That's kind of annoying. I've broken the calls. Heading works. Out. Approach. Oh. Oh, that's because it's heading slow. Fine. Right. If we just fly the flight director, although I don't think the flight director is doing much for us, we may get somewhere. Okay, we'll go flaps 10. Speed check to flaps 10. I think. Oh, there's the runway, just down there. Bit far off. And we'll go gear down, flaps 15, my speed. Oh, I haven't set this, have I? I always forget about that, actually. And flaps 25. Okay, here we go. Now we're in business. And we'll go flaps 30. Localise, sir. Get the autopilot on now.
Airspeed low.
Oh. Hey, my throttles as well then. And flaps forward. Well, this hasn't gone quite to plan, but, you know, we'll make it work. Need that speed 141, please. Bit more nose down trim. Let's concentrate now. At least we're going somewhere now, which is good. Landing on the correct runway at the correct airport. All is well. Get some landing rate guesses into the chat.
1,000.
1,000 feet. Checked. We're stable. Sit back, relax, enjoy the landing.
6 left.
We are Ryanair, so if it's a slammer, then it's not the end of the world. But I'll try and make it smooth because, you know, we want to have some happy customers. I want my nose to be pitching down a bit more, please, with the trim. Try to get the trim to help me when I can.
Plus 100. Minimums.
Continue.
Fifty, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Touchdown. Reverses are in the green. They're going to do anything, I don't know. There we go. 70 knots. 16 my brakes. And we can get rid of those reverses. A very warm welcome down to Rome Fiumicino, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed the flight. Oh. Oh. Okay. APU. There's our course back. And lights are off. Coming over here. Let's bring our flaps up. Spoilers. Welcome on down to Rome Fiumicino, everybody. Not a bad landing, to be honest. Didn't think that was too bad. Do one more check to see if GS6 is working or if it's still broken. Still broken it is. I don't know whereabouts we are on this taxiway, but I know that we are somewhere on Delta. So, as I said earlier, we're taking Delta all the way down, literally all the way around. It's going to be a long taxi. Delta 7 is where we're at now. Okay. We must have vacated at Delta Golf. Fine. We can stop our replay recording there. Perfect. Alright, as I said, we're going all the way down Delta, and then we'll jump on to Bravo, and then Alpha down to our stand, which is the other end of the airport. It would have been a bit more convenient if we were on the other runway, but oh well. I'll stick to that centre line. And we've got our runway here. Okay. Runway 05. No, not 05. Delta 5. Let's get our strobe on. Go over to APU power. Get our AP bleed on as well. Charlie Lima down there. That would take us to that runway. There's the approach path for that. That can come off then. Yeah, GSX is broken. Broken beyond repair. Well, I'll just update it and then it should be, in theory, it will be all fixed. Let's get some tunes on while we are on the taxiing. This is some sort of background music. There we go. Echo Golf. Good, we're making good progress. Literally, the runway is on one side of the airfield and our parking spot is probably the furthest away that it could be. I mean, it's nearly as bad as Chicago O'Hare, and that is a horrible airport for taxiing in. Delta 1. I don't know where that is actually. Ah, we're going off right here. Oh no, we're not. I want golf. Golf 1, and that will take us on to Bravo, which is where we want to be. Perfecto. Righties, here we are. We're now on Bravo, I think. Yep. And we're taking this all the way down to the end where we take a left turn onto Alpha. And then we make our way down onto Victor. Or we turn in on Victor 1. Or no, actually no. We'll go Yankee 1 and then stand 833, 832, something like that. Oh. Okay, Bravo 1. And then a left turn onto Alpha here. I like that sound when you can actually hear the nose scraping across the floor. This is Alpha 3 here. The next turn is Victor 1, which is where I was originally thinking, but we're actually going to carry on down to something more like Yankee. Alpha 2, Yankee 1. Here we are. Nose light can come off then. And we'll take one of these stands up here. We'll go 833. Well, we'll go one more. Jump outside for this with no marshal up. Right. Ah. Okay. Brakes are set. Cut off engine 1 and cut off engine 2. Brilliant. Well, there we have it. Flight from Dubrovnik to Rome, Fiumicino completed. Let's get rid of that beacon light. Seatbelt sign. And let's jump outside the plane. And let's go ahead and explore a bit. Okay, let's pop some more music on now that we can't hear that. So, welcome to MK Studios Rome for Machino for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. And just a reminder that this is a pre-release version, not the final release candidate. And bugs that may appear won't be for the full release. Just, you know, little disclaimer. We'll start over at this satellite terminal over here. Take a little look around. So there's also a working tram, which I thought was really cool. Just a little airport people mover. Rome for Machino. People mover there. Custom jetways, as always with MK Studios. That's a bug there, the flickering textures. So be sure to report that if it hasn't already been reported. Textures, of course, are on point with MK. Always superb, in my opinion. Lovely custom jetway here. Basic interior inside of this one. You've got WH Smith. A couple other shops and gates. Nice interior, basic but nice. You know, high quality. Of course, they definitely could do more with that. But nothing wrong with it. Bit of ground clutter here, always nice to see. Makes the airport feel a bit more alive. Performance is pretty good. I'm getting about 120 FPS. A couple stutters here and there, but that's normal. Again, tram station there. What of this can we go in? Here we go. Departure board. And a couple of departure lounges over here. Again, a relatively basic interior. MK could definitely do more, in my opinion, but nothing wrong with this nonetheless. So we'll take gate 610. Just take a look at it. Custom VDGS. Airport services vehicle, nice little road. Custom jetway there, with signage. Good textures here. You can obviously see that an aircraft parks here relatively often. More ground clutter and things. Nice used taxiway. That looks nice. Buses going around the airport. That's always cool to see. Makes it feel so much more alive when stuff is happening and going on. Nothing in there. Quite a lot of detail on the roof and things. The vents, they don't look incredible. But oh, look at this. This is nice. Terminal departures. No interior in that one. And an air traffic control tower. What a tower, though. Look at that. That is pretty awesome. Really good view. I love that air traffic control tower. That's the picture on the thumbnail. Again, a bit more of a basic interior. This is definitely more basic than what MK usually does. Usually they're on point with their interiors. And really lovely inside. So a bit more basic on the interior side of things. But definitely a very needed update. Very much a needed version 2 update for this airport. So it was showing its age previously. Again, another little entry bit with some departure signage. custom buildings around here. Oh, looks really nice. Oh, this is a more full interior. This is what I'm used to with MK. Duty free, a couple of shops here, MK Studios. You go downstairs, all departure lounges. This is more like it. That's much better, actually. I like that a lot. More buildings out here. Looks like a maintenance hangar. Alitech. No, Atitech. Alitalia, maybe? Lots of custom buildings, car parks as well, with custom vehicles and things. This looks all custom. A train into the city. That's part of the scenery as well. That is cool. That is quite cool, actually. Oof, bit of lag there. I want to see this train station. I hope they've modelled this nicely. Road signage. Some car parks. And platforms to the train station. Nice. That's quite cool, actually. Little bit of an interiors type thing. And some flags as well. It's nice that they actually wave. Cars driving. This is definitely quite incredible. Hotel. I mean, that, in my opinion, is a fantastic scenery there. A well-needed update, a well-thought-through update. An update that feels very nice. Very happy with that. Whoa, that's loud. Let's go ahead and play the replay.
Too low. Terrain. 1,000 low. Gear.
Flaps. Approaching. 16 left.
Pause it there. Wait for all the flaps to deploy, gears and all the other bits to get themselves ready. Why has it started? Unfortunately, my friends, that's going to wrap up today's stream. We'll play a couple of these replays.
Approaching. 16 left.
Yeah, a bit closer, more out there. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the flight as much as I did. I really enjoyed it, actually. And another lovely scenery from MK Studios. Oh, by the way, the landing rate was minus 195 feet per minute, so not too bad. Nice. That was good. And after this one, we'll jump to our final replay of the evening. Lovely stuff. Right. Okie dokie. My friends, that is going to wrap up today's YouTube live stream. Thank you to everyone who has come along today. I really, really do appreciate it. If you did enjoy this stream, be sure to drop a like, hit subscribe if you're new over on YouTube. And if you're viewing on Twitch, be sure to drop us a follow. Guys, thanks for coming along today. Have a fantastic rest of your evening. Happy New Year, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye for now.